Hey guys, Calvin Russell here, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today we're going to talk to you guys about what is a very good credit score. All right, let's go straight into it. So the low end of this is going to be 740. The high end is going to be 799. And what can you do in this range? By now, you're starting to get higher limit credit cards. If you haven't already, it's best to consider applying for one or look at the relationships that you've already built and just say, hey, how can I maximize? And not just credit cards, everything. Looking at your auto loans and saying, okay, is this the best payment I can get? Should I refinance this? Should I trade this car in? All right. So that's the auto loans. For the mortgages, you say, you know what? I'm paying rent right now. I'm staying with family. I'm staying with friends, whatever the arrangement is. Should I go into homeownership? And as we expressed when we was going to fair credit, you can do that. But of course, when you're very good, it's the same thing. You're just going to be able to get, of course, the best rate if you're going conventional, but obviously you get the best rate FHA as that starts at 620 instead. So it's really just mapping out and looking to see what makes the most sense for your credit and just saying, okay, do I have everything in place? And remember, when you're this high up in the credit range, it's more so longevity. How long can you keep doing what you are currently doing? So that plays a major role. How long can you stay consistent? And you're inches away. A lot of times people get to this point, they make a couple mistakes, and it's like, oh, here we go, reverting back again. But guys, it happens to everybody. The good thing about credit is that it's even. So if something that you do bad happens, obviously, that's going to stay on your credit report for 7 years. But same thing for good. The good thing is that it's even, meaning that the weights that it has on your credit. So if you do something that's good, let's say an on-time payment, obviously that has a value, but that's only going to be a certain amount of value. But as that particular payment gets older, the value on that tends to drop. Okay. Same thing with negative items. Now, negative hurts you more so when it first happens, but after that, it's pretty just kind of stagnant. It's not like it gets worse over time. However, the way that it hurts you, it does not hurt you as much as it did before. Does that make sense? So the biggest thing right here is, again, going to be credit length history. You're probably in that range of 7 to 9 years of average age of accounts, but you need to be really in that 8 to 11 range. Instead. And if you keep going that route, it's just a matter of time before you find yourself in where you need to be as far as where your credit score goals are. You're literally inches away from 850. But the good thing about having very good credit is that range between, I would say, like 740 all the way up to really 850, nothing's really different. The interest rate's gonna be about the same for cars. It's gonna be about the same for houses, personal loans, things of that sort. You may get, slightly higher limits and things of that sort just because they feel like they can kind of trust you a little bit more. But it does take time to get to this point. And here's another thing. The things that you do on a positive scale really doesn't, it's going to be trickles. Versus when you're doing, if something negative happens, expect at least a 50 to 100 point drop. And that's just how that is, because the algorithm is set up to where it says, okay, if you're at this point, you should not have made that decision. Or if you did that decision, it's okay. But based on how we know you should be back up here once you get around that whole decision, unless it was just something that, that happened financially. And listen, bad things happen to good people all the time. And that's just how life goes. But we're always here, with you guys every step of the way if needed. Of course, if you like this video, like it. If you want to share it, share it. And as always, be sure to subscribe, as we have nothing but great content well on the way. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.